All right. The stream has started, but we'll just wait a bit for more people to join. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's excited about this. We're just waiting for a few more minutes, and then we'll start. I hope everyone's tweeted about this. I just did. All right. Let's get started. So, for those of you who were part of the demonstration that we did last time, you saw how easy it was to create a wallet or move your tokens and deploy a smart contract. You saw how we could scale up when we moved from 100 nodes to 200 nodes. This today, it's and we've been, I think we launched on the 2nd of Feb, and every day we've been getting some or the other query on when will we launch. And today is the day. This is not the mainnet. We are launching the test net, and even in the test net, and this is the alpha version. So the expectation from the Alphanet usually is that things will break, and that's where the team will learn from it, and team will work on making it better so that we eventually reach the beta net, which is where we look for deeper bugs and things would be more stable. And eventually the beta net is the road towards the mainnet, which would be in Q4. Having said that, I think we are pretty confident the Alphanet is a solid version, and that's why the team is ready to put it out in the open. And I think what we would expect from every one of you is to test it out. We'll show you in this demonstration on how to acquire some test SHM tokens and how to send it across, how to deploy a smart contract. You can maybe when we do the demonstration, I would request if you have MetaMask or some other wallet, you could try it out live while we show you. And then we could also take some questions along the way after that. And we'll also be releasing a lot of resources today, as well as towards the entire course of running the test nets. So there's going to be a lot of materials for you to read and understand. Before we get in, we have a brief presentation. It was put up very quickly, but before that, I would love for Omar to come here and give us a bit of an insight on how it was. Omar, from announcing on the 2nd of Feb to today, being ready to take the. And I think it's just been two months since we announced Shardium. So how's the brief period been for you guys, all of tech? We would love to hear some thoughts.
Yeah, it's been a crazy exciting time, and really hectic and really busy for the whole dev team. So, I mean, even going, like, I think it started getting really hectic and busy as soon as I came back after meeting you, Nishal. And, we decided to, pursue the Shardium project. And, what was it? The first quarter of 2020, or actually the fourth quarter of 2021, we were actually working towards going from a 1,000 node network to a 10,000 node network. and looking at this scalability issues that could arise, and trying to work towards doing that. But then after meeting you and deciding to do Shardium, then we kind of pivoted and just started focusing on building Shardium. And so it's been since that time it's been like crazy hectic. We've been building away, and we've given several demonstrations previously, just kind of showing you like how to deploy a smart contract, or move tokens and connect your MetaMask wallet and move coins and things like that. So things are it's kind of like the 80% gets done really fast, but then as we fine tune it and polish things, that's where a lot of the effort comes in. So but here we are now, and that we're actually launching the Alphanet, and I'm kind of proud to say that we're one of the teams in the crypto space that is sticking to our roadmap. Now it is going to get more challenging when we try to go for beta net, because there's a lot to be learned still from the Alphanet phase, and then when we get into beta net, that's when it gets really like you start trying to really try to stress the network, and find all the bugs and stuff like that, because one thing you don't want to do is go to mainnet when it's premature, right? So if we need to stay in beta net longer than Q4, I will do that. I'm not going to rush myself to go to mainnet and risk getting hacked or something like that on the mainnet. So we when we get to beta net, we want to be really confident that we've found everything and feel really solid and confident before we go to mainnet. Now, having said that, so just to kind of give you an idea of what to expect in Alphanet here. So we like to start with like really baby steps, and but just keep taking lots of steps, right? And so this network that we're spinning up right now is not very impressive. You're going to be like, what? This is like like this doesn't look very exciting. So it's just a 10 node network. We could probably put like 10 to 15 TPS through it. It's single shard. It's not it's not even sharded actually. But the purpose of it is just to get it out there, make sure all our pieces are connecting properly, and everything is working. And soon we'll be having like a Alphanet 1.1. And in that, we'll kind of increase the number of nodes to 20. We'll start having the nodes rotating. Yeah, so like in this first version, the nodes aren't even rotating. They're just, all just sitting there. But we'll start the rotation in 1.1. And then from that, we'll go to like 1.2. Where we add even more nodes, so we'll get to like 50 nodes, and then we'll start to do some sharding in that network. The shards will be kind of small. Excuse me, it'll be about like 10 nodes per shard. And
yeah, Omar, I think I think we have that on the we have that on the slide.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what you can expect in Alphanet, and then later on when we get to Alphanet 2, the network gets bigger, the shard sizes increase, and so forth. And by the time we're getting ready to do beta net, we've got like at least 120 nodes, and we're actually seeing a speed up beyond just the 10 to 15 nodes or transactions per second and so forth. So
Awesome. Thanks, Omar. Yeah, let's start the presentation because we're going to list off all the points you just mentioned and don't want to repeat ourselves twice.
All right.
Thanks, Shardians, for joining us today. Purpose of today's presentation and demonstration is to educate the community on how they can interact with Shardeum Liberty and educate developers on how they can begin to deploy smart contracts and just understand the technologies that's here in place and the roadmap moving forward. I'm confident with Shardium's linear scalability. We're going to be able to enable new decentralized use cases that create a new era of decentralized applications that can't exist today because of the scalability challenges. And because of these new applications that Shardium will enable that require high throughput and allow global decentralization, I'm confident Shardium is going to grow to become the largest ecosystem out of any smart contract platform in the space today. And now is the first step in you joining our community to help us build this ecosystem. And we invite you the opportunity to be involved from day one and grow your application and your community and your user base within the Shardium ecosystem and become a leader and join a revolution. So today we're starting with Shardeum Liberty phase 1.0. As Omar mentioned, we're going to be going through different stages of Shardeum Liberty. Omar, would you like to briefly discuss the features
Sure.
of Shardeum Liberty?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned before, preemptively, it's a small network. It's just 10 nodes. It basically is not sharded. So it gets basically what any single node can get, which is about 10 to 15 TPS. So we'll have a faucet available where you can go to that faucet page, get some SHM, and then use it to move around or deploy smart contracts and so forth. And so this is this network. It's running on AWS. We're using T3 mediums for the validator nodes, and then we also have a set of archive nodes, and those are I think T3 large. Yeah. So and so the nodes. These are each of these are real nodes and deployed on AWS. And there's a lot of information that we've put up for people to learn about how to get your MetaMask wallet set up and all that. So if you go to docs.shardium.org, you can go through the tutorials and things that we've got set up there.
Thanks, Omar. And yeah, you mentioned that.
Greg, one sec. Because I think Omar is being humble about this just being a uncharted network that we're launching. But I just wanted to, because I could see a few comments. I wanted to. So I've been in crypto like what I think about 4-5 years full time, and I think this is the first time ever that I get to be at the initial this launch, the testnet launch of a blockchain network. I've never experienced this. This is the first time. And, I'm super excited about this. I just want to see in comments, how many of you watching this are actually experiencing the testnet launch of a blockchain, a layer 1 blockchain for the first time. I just want to see, can you all comment on this? Is this your first time experiencing this? And while people respond, Omar, have you been part of any other, let's say, initial day 0 launches? Like this is day 0, and this is like the most exciting thing. It doesn't matter whether it's sharded or not, because we know where it is going. But I think this is the most exciting phase, and I've never experienced this before. But I would love to hear, have you been part of any launches before?
Oh, well, I mean, I was there for the Ethereum launch.
Oh,
I was there when the Ethereum ICO happened. Yeah, so
that's amazing.
I've been around
That's
for
amazing.
a while. So.
I think hopefully in a few years, all of us watching this will be able to say that we were there at the the initial stages of Shardium launching. But yeah, I think so I'm seeing a lot of comments. Everyone's saying first time, and I think this is that experience, that moment which only people who closely follow amazing projects get to experience. So I'm so glad I'm here. But yeah, let's keep moving. But great to see that so many first timers experiencing this.
Great point, Nishal. It's my first time experiencing the launch of day zero of a new smart contract platform as well. So super excited, and I think that's a great point. So how can the community get involved in Shardeum Liberty? As Omar mentioned, you can get test SHM from the Liberty faucet. It's important to note that this isn't real SHM with a fiat value attached to it. There's no value attached to this currency. Or cryptocurrency. It's just a testnet asset. You can add the Shardeum Liberty RPC URL to your wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and any other wallet that allows you to add custom RPC URLs to them. You can send testnet SHM to other fellow Shardians and your friends and family, and invite them to get involved in Shardeum Liberty and join a revolution here in building a new linearly scalable smart contract platform. And we really invite the community to try and do their best to break Shardeum Liberty. If you have a computer science background and you can think of creative ways to try to, crash the network, please do that. We want to find as many, weaknesses or just, bugs and challenges that the network may have now.
Well, I would say short of DDoSing it, right? Because it's, like you could probably DDoS a 10 node network pretty easily. So don't do that.
Great. And Omar, is there anything else you wanted to add here?
Yeah, no, I think, totally exciting time, and very excited to see the community growing and participating. And, this is what we need to build a really awesome layer one smart contract platform.
Wonderful. Developers will be able to deploy smart contracts on Shardeum Liberty. Again, I can't reiterate enough, a lot of us dream of achieving the success that entrepreneurs have achieved. I mean, I was talking to my wife recently about, her excitement to buy a designer purse. And while my wife and I are talking about buying a designer purse, Elon Musk is buying Twitter. If we want to succeed in our life, we need to take initiative and, take advantage of opportunities. And I don't think there's any bigger opportunity right now than getting involved with Shardium from day one at Shardeum Liberty. If you're a developer, I'm jealous of you. I wish I had the computer science education you had to deploy a smart contract on Shardium and build a DApp in the community from day one and grow your ecosystem and become a leader in the Shardium ecosystem. We'll have a form for you where you can submit your applications to be featured on the shardium.org website on our ecosystem page. The community will be able to go to this ecosystem page and look at a quickly growing ecosystem of new decentralized applications that will be added every single week. As I mentioned, you'll be able to grow your community and become a leader within the Shardium ecosystem. And we want to promote, innovative applications within our ecosystem. We'll be inviting you to participate in interviews, feature you in blog posts and other forms of promotion, and help you grow your community. Omar, do you want to cover some important things to keep in mind?
Yeah. So, as we launch this Alphanet, we were thinking about, the potential for people out there to try to scam people. And even though these are coins on an Alphanet and they don't mean anything, you do want to be careful that, like, especially when you use DApps, that, somebody may say that, okay, hey, here's this DApp that we built, try it out. And it's launched on Shardium. Even though we may feature them on our page of DApps available for you to try, be careful when you do try those DApps, because if especially if it asks you to enter your private keys or anything like that, don't ever enter your private keys into any website. And then also, when you're clicking on MetaMask to say approve this transaction, be very cognizant of what it's asking you to do, and be very cognizant of what network you're connected to, right? So sometimes the DApp can ask MetaMask to change the network, right? So, and if you're not paying attention and you just click yes, 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 it might change the network on you, and then cause you to end up sending your real Ethereum coins instead of your SHM. So to be very, very careful when you use DApps that are going to be launched on this network. And then share your feedback with the developers, and through the Discord channels that we've got set up. And
we'll also be having we'll also be having a form, so you can also submit.
Awesome.
We'll make it live soon.
Yeah, and just roll up your sleeves, and if you've got the tech chops, start building DApps. If you already know Solidity, it should be really easy for you. And yeah, and then just follow along and see what's going to be coming up next. Okay,
Thanks,
so
Omar.
yeah. Yeah, so like the next phases, as I mentioned, in Alphanet 1.1, we're going to enable rotation, increase the number of nodes, and then yeah, and then like also our current network, it's really small and it's deployed in one region, but then we'll be deploying it to multiple regions, and we've already demoed that. And we've like if you saw our demo from a couple of weeks ago, we actually demoed like up to a 200 node network that was sharded, running across several different regions and so forth. So and then in phase 1.2, then we increased the size of the network further. It'll be about like 5 effective shards, and you'll then actually we could actually hit it with some traffic and see that it's able to go beyond like the 10 to 15. Should be able to get to like 50 to 70 TPS kind of numbers. So yeah, so that's what's coming up. So with that, let's get started with the demo, I guess.
Yeah, demo time. I think something everyone's waiting for. Let's get right to it.
All right. So is my screen showing up here?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you see the sort of the network view of our 10 nodes. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so this is kind of a familiar screen, and like it was mentioned before, this Liberty 1.0 network here, it just has 10 nodes, and we're taking steps to make progress. And the transactions you just saw going in there were our node reward system. So we have that being tested as well. And first thing I want to do is show people how to connect in with MetaMask. So I've got a MetaMask account here, and let's see. Right now I'm on Ethereum mainnet. So this is where you go to add networks. So when to add the Shardeum Liberty, I'm going to put that in for the network name, and for the RPC URL, I'm just going to be lazy. paste it in. So these will all, we have a great documents page that's going to have this information as well, the docs.shardium.org. So you'll be able to follow along there. And let's see, I'm going to get this Explorer link. Chain ID is 8080. That's just for testing. I think we're going to change that up later for a subsequent test, because you actually get kind of a little warning, because since we've been using 8080, it sounds like another group uses that as well. So you get a warning, but this is just a test network anyhow. And so I'm going to hit save. And so now what you can see is that it says Shardeum Liberty 1.0. That's what you want to see to know that you're in the right place. And so I can copy my address of my account. And personally, when I'm doing test nets, I like to use accounts that are separate from any real account that would hold any financial value. At the very least, that you don't want to be like pulling in a bunch of debug transactions that have to be part of your taxes. I don't know. It just makes life easier. So I'm going to go to our faucet, because the first step everyone will do is you connect to the network in MetaMask, and you go to the faucet and paste in your address and request some SHM. And it does take a couple seconds for that to go through. And it also takes a little bit for MetaMask. Once the transaction's already gone into the network, MetaMask kind of polls on some kind of interval. Sometimes you'll see it instantly, and sometimes it takes a minute.
So Andrew, if you go over to the monitor page, would that maybe we would have seen the transaction going through?
Yeah, I saw one just go in there, but I don't know if that was mine or other people hitting the faucet.
I'm trying to. I think it showed me that I've got some 100 SSM. It's still to come though.
Yep. Cool. So let's see. There we go.
Yeah, I got mine too.
Excellent. So yeah, it's showing up for me now. And so, at this point, you could see what's up in Discord, and find what other projects are out there, and I can send SHM to someone, or go try out other contracts. What I'll do is take a look at Remix over here, and have kind of just like another little simple token contract. Most of the code is inside this import here that'll create a token on the network. And so in Remix, I can compile this Solidity code. And then in Remix, by default, the environment's just going to be JavaScript VM. That's just running locally in your browser. You can totally test that way for development, but you can also select injected Web3, and that way I'm going to make this a little bigger. Okay, yeah. So now we see my account. So that 23F something. Have to. All right, your account is not connected. So yeah, that's right. So when the first time you are in Remix, you're going to get asked to connect your account to it. I didn't see the pop-up right now. It could be because of some screen sharing I've got going on. Last time I did it, the pop-up was more obvious, but you can, go check your MetaMask icon there to make sure you're connected. And also, you see Shardeum Liberty 1.0. And in the contract, you might have to scroll down and make sure you find the right file. Like, this is the ULT_Liberty. And for deployment, if it's a token, you have to put some initial amount of tokens that become owned by the creating account. So I'm pasting a number in there that, because of the precision of this number, I know it'll make 5,000 tokens. And I'm going to hit deploy. And usually I kind of rush through the steps, but because of the security Omar mentioned, this is just basic like MetaMask security. It's good to always keep in mind that we see that it says Shardeum Liberty 1.0. So you're on the right network. You've got the right account name. I have 2 accounts in this MetaMask browser here, and can look at the gas fees and stuff. Of course, any gas fees you see are not representative of real world stuff. They're still TBD on real numbers. So I'll hit confirm, and if I tab back over to MetaMask, we actually see that like pending contract deployment, and that'll take a little bit to go through the network. By the way, when I had the MetaMask like pop up to accept the transaction, was that showing up for people? Where I hit like confirm.
I didn't notice actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's possible
that might have gone through actually.
Oh,
Your SHM was a little bit lower.
Oh yeah. I think this is MetaMask is still picking it up. What I was talking about is like when you go to deploy a contract, MetaMask is going to ask for permission. I wanted to make sure my screen sharing was sharing that with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm seeing yes. Okay, great. Excellent. Yeah, didn't know if the pop-up would get captured by the screen sharing there.
So Andrew, if you go to the monitor server page, can we tell by looking at the number of transactions or anything if that's gone through or not?
So I didn't count it like exactly there, and other people are probably hitting the faucet, so that's going up. But I did just see MetaMask notify me down below about the contract, and now it says it's deployed the contract.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna go back to Remix, and what you'll see now is I have this contract, and it's got an address. I'm gonna copy that, and when you're developing your contracts, you can actually fill these values out and interact with the contract to kind of like manually make your procedure calls against them, and that's an important part of testing. But what I'm going to do initially, since this is a ERC20 token, is I'm just going to let MetaMask know about this token I deployed. So I copied the contract address, and if I deployed a lot of contracts, I'd see a whole list of them here. But I'm going to go to import tokens and paste that in, and you see MetaMask actually queried the RPC server to get the token name and the precision digits there. And I've got my UI kind of in the way here, blocking my buttons. Give me a second. There. Import token. So there we go. So I've got now I have it showing my ULT.
Nice.
And let's see. Yeah, I think yesterday I deployed a another contract as well. I don't know why it's saying 0 SHM. I think that's probably
the
a
contract
glitch.
address, right?
Oh,
That's the contract address, right?
The number I pasted in to add to the import tokens, that was the contract address. Because after it deployed the contract, I got the address down here and pasted it in. And
So the contract address wouldn't have any SHM, right?
No, I think this is I think the JSON RPC server is maybe getting busy. There we go.
Oh,
now it showed up. Yeah, I think that and so I got a message that the balance is looking okay for others.
Okay.
People might see that in this alpha network. The way the JSON RPC server interacts with the Shardeum Liberty 1.0 network. Anyhow, the nodes can decide that they're too busy and then stop answering requests. So if there's 1,000 MetaMask browsers open, it may not be like handling the volume of the requests. And we already have something for 1.1 that'll make that be like considerably faster. So I suspect that's what it is. And then probably long term, there will be other layers of technology that speed that up as well. So that's why it kind of flaked on me for a minute. But yeah, I mean that's the basic deploying of contracts and setting up MetaMask account, and people should go to the documents docs.shardium.org and can check out steps there, and also be involved in Discord. There's a great community there.
And I can already see a lot of people. Some have already gotten SHM. Some are trying to send it to others, and I think some developers trying to deploy a smart contract as well. So a lot of things happening already. And for everyone watching, please join our Discord channel as well. It's discord.gg/Shardium, where you'll be able to discuss with the rest of the community. All of us from the Shardium team are on the Discord channel, and I think if you find any bugs or any issues, there's a separate channel for that for you to discuss. So we are looking forward to all of your queries and your suggestions for improvements and everything around it. This is very exciting. I think just the fact, I think all of you watching and all of you trying things out, you're one of those first few people to I'm just so excited about the fact I could when Andrew was demonstrating, I could also get some SHM. So I'm seeing that kind of excitement in everyone else in the comments as well. Some are not able to, they missed the part where you were adding the URL, and I knew you would go fast, so I was typing while you was talking about it. So yeah, I got one of those first few, but there's a lot of SHM for everyone. So and docs.shardium.org, I think there's everything over there, and we want to make it as simple as possible for all of you to try. So if anything is confusing, if anything seems complicated, please feel free to ask us on Discord. We are all here to help. And I think we look forward to your feedback, and we're all building this together. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're all accessible on the Discord channel, and all the best to everyone. And Omar, anything you want to share?
No, just wondering if Greg, do you notice any questions or any questions that you think that the community might have?
Yeah, Nishal, Chandresh, Nishal, could we share some questions?
Yeah, I think the questions are more around the whole URL. I think most of them are now wait. So someone said I can't wait to after the event to go and get some SHM. I think most of the questions are around that. Airdrops.
So one thing
people are asking about airdrops. So just to add,
so one thing I want to mention is if you do use some randomly created MetaMask address and collect some SHM and all that, don't throw away your address, right? Okay, just hang on to that, hang on to your private key and all that. So even as we go through the thing and get to mainnet and all that. So yeah,
that's a clue out there. Someone's asking about airdrops, someone's asking about rewards, and Omar has given some clue. So just hold on to your addresses, and things might look. I mean, the fun things later get valuable. Toys end up being the ones that give the maximum returns eventually, at least in tech. So hold on to those addresses. But yeah, right now there's no official airdrop. We'll work on those as well. But the idea is to definitely reward the early adopters of Shardium. That's always our goal. That's also the reason why we launched early, so that all of you can build it with us. We can all build this together. ICO date. Someone's asking for the ICO date. So the ICO will happen, I would say, at the time of the mainnet launch. So Q4 is the tentative schedule for the mainnet. And if everything goes fine, and that's the thing. But like Omar said, I think up to BetaNet, I think we are all going to rush because we want to get it out into the hands of everyone. Mm-hmm. But after that, I think we're going to be really, really careful because security comes in. Yeah. And, but let's hope for the best. I believe in what is being built. And I think we'll catch all those bugs in time. So, yeah. What are the other? Total supply of SHM is 508 million.
Did we show the Explorer?
Yeah, we could. I don't think we've shown the Explorer. And while you shared the screen, someone said there was some bug in that because they were not able to, search it unless they put the exact hash or something. I did not understand the bug, but someone encountered a bug in that. Oh, looks good.
Yeah, and yeah, please report these, bugs in Discord, or there might be other places mentioned in the docs as well. Yeah, so this is our kind of development explorer. Is that how you'd call it, Omar?
Yeah. I mean, this is just an explorer we slapped together so that we have some explorer to view what's happening. Ideally, when we go to mainnet, by that time we want to have an explorer that looks a lot like Etherscan and has a lot more features. But yeah, so this is just a initial explorer that we've put together, and the explorer part of it is going to be totally like open source, and community can help with building that. So yeah, if you have the chops to help out with that, that'd be awesome.
So the bug apparently is that you're unable to search by address. You can only search by transaction hash apparently right now on the Explorer.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yep.
So
yeah,
thanks add that to triage.
Yep. Yeah, I think I don't know if people saw while Omar was talking. What I did is I went to MetaMask, and you can click these dots and say View Account and Explore, and that'll take you to your account, and then you can see the transactions that your account has done. Like I have a contract creation here.
Nice.
And the same thing with when I go to activity, I could click on this and then say View on Blockchain Explorer, and it'll send me over there.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
And yeah, people, when a lot of people get on, they might see that glitch I had where, the number was 0 for a bit, and that's, the network has the right information, but it's that limited amount of queries into the 10 nodes, which and that should get 10 times plus better in Alpha 1.1, I think.
Cool.
So we'll need to have a bit more patience right now.
Yeah, Omar and Andrew and team, if you thought your sleep schedule has been good leading up to Shardium Liberty, just wait now when you have a community, telling you about bugs every single day.
Hey, and what about the fees? Someone's asking what would the fee be right now during the testnet?
So the fees
transaction
are,
fees?
yeah, I mean, the fees are like the gas rate is kind of fixed, right? So that won't be fluctuating. And we are charging like more gas for heavier transactions. And then we also have like just some maximum upper limit on how much you can do, so that like we don't have to keep trying to figure out like what's the right amount of total gas to set for every transaction. So
But for let's say just a simple token transfer, how much would that be approximately?
Yeah, I
Any
mean,
idea?
so Andrew, I mean, so the actual fees are not like totally realistic, but they're somewhat realistic. Andrew, you have an idea about like what it is in like Guays, what the gas rate is?
I haven't really haven't looked into that too specifically, because I know we have
Maybe
we have
Tom
tuning
knows.
variables that are going to affect that. And so what I'd say right now is it's untuned. So I can take an account address and I can go to my assets and send some SHM to my other account. Okay, maybe now the demo's gonna act up on me. This is probably also that JSON RPC server being kind of saturated, or the network not taking the call. But yeah, you'll see a gas price there, but even that is something that is going to get changed.
Okay, I think one thing is these are just test numbers. Don't assume this to be the actual eventual fee. The fee will change, and this is all just for testing. I think someone said it's 0.5 SHM, and they were worried.
Oh yeah, please don't get worried about those numbers. Now, I mean, if you're in alpha and you run out of SHM, make another account and hit the faucet again. Feel free to. It's because it's a test. But yeah, I mean, the principle of all of it is that since we do horizontal scaling, that's what truly keeps the fees down over time. I mean, that's really the only way to keep fees down is to scale, because otherwise your resource becomes limited and the fees have to go up. So that's the fundamental thing that'll hold true.
Yep, awesome. Any other questions, Greg? See anything in there?
Nothing specific. I think everyone's excited about testing it out right now, and I think most are probably trying, because I can see a lot of queries around that. How do I get it? And some are sharing their addresses because I said I'll send you some SHM. I'm not able to copy it, so I'll do it after the call. But yeah, I think everyone's busy testing it out. Maybe that's why, Andrew, you were not able to. Yeah.
This is still it's still waiting there, and yeah, we already know what's going to greatly. In fact, the thing we'll do to change this, increase throughput, won't even be like number of shards. It'll scale with number of nodes. So right now it's not scaling with the number of nodes, and so when there's 100 nodes, this would be 100 times more capacity for that type of query between MetaMask and the network. So yeah, so it's going to be going a little slow in Alpha 1. And Liberty 1.0, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I would just add that, this event is about to end, and, everyone has questions. I would invite everyone here who's not in Discord already to join our Discord. If you follow us on Twitter, you can see the invite link to the Shardium Discord in the Shardium Twitter bio. So please do join our Discord, ask us any questions, tell us about any bugs. And again, just reiterate that this is day 0. We're not, demonstrating anything with linear scalability yet in Shardium Liberty. We just wanted to get a network up and start getting developers to deploy applications on Shardium and, help us find performance improvement opportunities in the code. But thank you again, everyone. Nishal, anything to end with?
Thanks a lot, everyone. And I think, this is just a beginning, and there will be a lot of, I would say, roadblocks and a lot of hurdles along the way to mainnet, but that's the fun part. And this is where we need your support to test it out. Things break, let us know and we'll fix them. The objective is to make it ready for mainnet, and all of the work that all of us do today, starting today, is going to be in that direction. So and the Shardium team is out here, happy to we're going to be very proactive, waiting for feedback, and whatever comes our way, we'll fix it and we'll make things better. And yeah, I think it's just getting started. So all the best to everyone, and look forward to all of you getting on to Discord. There's a lot to discuss and a lot of things to fix and test. See you then.